Hey, we're live from the Little Fleet in Traverse City, and we have a very special guest with us to talk about the crosshatch skills swap.
Is that Daisy?
That would be Daisy. Now, Daisy's a puppy, as you can tell, and she really doesn't have any skills, so this skill swap is perfect for her.
Yep.
And Brad, why don't you introduce us to what the skill swap is?
Not the puppy?
Yeah, you can introduce us to the puppy as well. You're gonna have to talk.
Okay. So, skill swap. We're doing 16 different skill building workshops in one, it's almost like a half day. So 4 different tracks, 4 skills in each track. When you show up, you get to pick 4. So $35, you come to Earthwork Farm in Lake City, and you take these 4 like hour and 15-minute long, very concise, all hands-on workshops, and then you can take those skills home and put them to work right away.
Yeah, and one of the things we're really trying to do with this is we're trying to send you home with some useful and interesting skills. So and the 4 areas that we have are art, earth, kitchen, and tinkering.
Yeah. So all of this is really based around stuff your grandparents kind of took for granted, knowing how to do, or homesteady style skills, things that are gonna be really productive for you, and things that are going to make you a better neighbor and a better member of your community.
Yeah, so you can definitely check out, there's a link in this post. There's actually not a link in this post yet, but there will be a link in this post. There's also a link on this page that where you can go and get all the information about the classes. But we have things like screen printing, wayfinding and orienteering. In the kitchen, you can do things like learn how to make farmer's cheese, learn fermenting and the craft of mead.
Hey, let's talk about Bay Bucks for a second.
Hey, let's talk about Bay Bucks. Let's talk about
Andy and I met 14 years ago.
Yeah, 14 years
Something
ago.
like that.
Yeah, and
because of Bay Bucks. And Bay Bucks, those of you who live in the Traverse City area probably know our local currency that was created 14 years ago. It's still out there. We're kind of wondering how much of it is still out there. So we're doing it's like a half contest, half deal. If you want to come to the whole day, the skill swap plus the evening concert and the on-farm dinner, which we'll talk about in a second, that's a $60 ticket. But if you come to the Little Fleet right now, where we are, we'll be here for like another hour. We won't be live for an hour, but we'll be here for an hour. With 30 Bay Bucks, we'll get you a full day ticket. First person, 30 Bay Bucks, gets to the Little Fleet, gets a full day, $60 ticket.
So, if you've been hoarding Bay Bucks, now is the time to release them.
Now's the time.
So, anyway, we've got workshops through the day, and there's things like, crafting mead, beekeeping, making kombucha cocktails.
And what day are we talking about?
This is on Saturday, June 3rd. That's a very important thing.
First workshop starts at noon, and then it runs through what, like 6 o'clock?
The workshops themselves go through about 4:30. And then we've got
we got the break, and then the on-farm dinner.
Yeah, we got a break, and then we've got a great on-farm dinner that we're gonna have, and then that's followed by 4 musical acts. One, we've got the very popular Waltz Hour that is a big staple of the Earthwork Harvest Gathering.
And we'll teach you how to waltz. It's like a bonus workshop.
Yeah, you get to learn how to waltz. So it's actually 5 workshops, not 4. Then we're going to follow that with some other musical acts.
So Seth Bernard, if you've heard of this guy.
Yeah, some guy, I don't know. Apparently he has some kind of connection with the Earthwork Farm, so we're really excited to meet this guy.
Yeah, it's like his second time there.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing in the barn, and I mean, if you've seen Seth, you know that every show is worth seeing. Like, every show is something special. But this is even better because it's going to be a ton of new material that you haven't seen before. Seth's been releasing these Egg Tones albums. Egg Tones for Peace, Egg Tone Blues, Egg Tones for Fun, and it's just a huge quantity of new material. So pretty much everything you hear in the barn is going to be off of that stuff and stuff you haven't heard yet.
Yeah, and then we've also got Gifts for Creatures, which is Brandon and Bethany, and they are just wonderful, wonderful folks. Then we also have...
and they got... I'm going to interrupt you.
Oh, they got...
Because Gifts for Creatures has a brand new album coming out called Fair Mitten, which is new songs, but about the history of the Great Lakes region. and it's stellar. The album won't be released in time for the Skill Swap, but you'll hear a ton of the material off of that album.
Yeah, so that'll be really awesome, and then Heavy Color is going to close it out, and they've got kind of a sort of a psychedelic vibe to them. They're really interesting, and this is all going to happen in the barn, which is like basically having a concert inside of a guitar. So it's fantastic. You're going to love it. You're going to love it from the strings of the waltz hour all the way to the end of the night. And
Scientists have proven that after intensely heavy listen to music very carefully and quietly, and breathe deeply. And then you have to boogie, and then when you wake up the next morning, you have 100% retention of everything you've learned.
Yeah,
it was in
apparently
like one of these natural food blogs or something.
Well, there you go. So we're just following science. You also have the option to camp if you want, and like we said, you can do the concert, just the concert. You can do just the Skill Swap, or you can bundle them together for $35. We'll have the link in here.
$35 for one or the other.
$35 for one or the other. You can bundle them for $60.
Or $30 Bay-Bucks if you get here.
Yeah. So that's about, I think, all we got. The only question I've seen is, can I adopt Daisy? And unfortunately, the answer is no.
You want to talk about some of these specific workshops?
I think we should just go.
We should just go.
We should just go. So anyway, one thing that we do want to add at the end is both Crosshatch and Earthwork Music are nonprofit organizations doing incredible things, trying to build that community competency that was such a part of the fabric of American life. So we're working together on this because this is a chance for us to kind of fulfill our mission and to help people connect more closely with the land and their communities. So this money is all going to a great cause, and we have some just wonderful presenters. So we're really excited. Definitely head over to the Crosshatch. Well, you're on the Crosshatch Facebook page, but scroll down there and look at some of the workshops. Look at some of the things that we've got posted. We really think you'll enjoy this. Daisy? Yeah.
She doesn't speak.
She doesn't speak. Okay. Have a great one, folks, and we hope we see you on June 3rd.